Whether the Grade 2 Troy runs on dirt or turf this weekend, the Connections of Thin White Duke are confident that their horse will show up. We spoke with the hard-knocking 6-year-old's trainer David Donk, as well as his breeder, former trainer, and now owner, Phil Gleaves.
I had won the Travis here for Russell Reineman, and after he passed, his family took over their horses and they wanted to downsize. And they asked me if I was interested in any of their broodmares. So I took a chance on that mare, whose name was Aberdeen Alley. She was an unraced mare, and by Distorted Humor, who I also trained early in his career. And so from Aberdeen Alley, I started breeding. And one of the horses I bred was Thin White Duke. And he ran for me as a 2-year-old up here. He broke his maiden in a stake named the Funny Side up here in Saratoga. And in 21, I came back up here with Thin White Duke. Didn't have a good year on the racetrack with him that year, but I decided at the end of that year I wanted to retire, and told my partners, or suggested to my partners, that I wanted Dave Donk to train our horses. I'd known David for a long time. When I left Woody Stevens in '85, David was the one that got my job. So we had a great relationship, Dave and I, and still do. And just as importantly, he came from the Woody school of wanting to run horses frequently.
Yeah, honored, that he trusted us enough. And I'm a year-round guy in New York. I don't have the deep pedigrees and the high-priced horses like some of the bigger outfits have. But I've got a lot of great clientele. It's been a great association with Phil, Steve Christ, Ken DeGrant, Brian Hiller. Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. Thin White Duke, he was, he was a good horse. We'd like to say he was a baked cake. He'd already won a couple of stakes as a 2-year-old on the dirt. I know I ran him once on the dirt at Aqueduct, and he didn't run well at all. And I really think we need to get this horse to the grass. And the first time we sprinted him here, he was off the pace and had a really big run. Wow, that's what he wants to do.
David has managed to win 2 more stakes with him. The Lucky Coin, 5.5 on the turf here. Then we won the Lucky Coin the next year, but it was renamed the Harvey Pack. And that was phenomenal because it was the first running of the Harvey Pack. Steve had come up under Harvey Pack, had been on the show many times back in the day. And so it was very important for Steve to be in the race, and then to win it was just super.
And Thin White Duke and Jose Lezcano to win the Harvey Pack.
We don't have a lot of options with Thin White Duke at the moment. He's won his conditions. You've only got a couple of stakes here to run in. A little odd to have a race canceled the day of the race, but he was coming back really quickly. So another week certainly doesn't hurt us. I think the elements of the weather will be different for some horses. It's certainly going to be, if it's on the grass, it's going to be a bit on the soft side. If it comes off the grass, he's got a track record of running well on the dirt, so we'd be pretty comfortable either way.